Enderal Forgotten Stories is a total conversion mod for Skyrim Special Edition. It offers an immersive open world, new skill systems, and a gameplay with dark psychological storyline and believable characters. The writing and quest design are the most crucial elements of any RPG, and Enderal excels here. The quests are outstanding, featuring a high degree of dynamism and numerous references to Wind's extensive lore. This mini-series will cover and rate every quest, offering my usual critique, in-depth lore discussions, and a full showcase of each quest. The link to the playlist of this series is in the description, and if you want to understand more about our characters' build information, please watch the first episode. Let's get started, shall we? To start this quest, we talk to Milbert Foxhand, the traveling salesman at the foreign quarter.
My sir, do you have a moment? I think the two of us could do business together.
What do you need?
You travel a lot, don't you? I can tell by the mud on your boots. Here, one of these books might come in handy on your journeys. Which one do you prefer?
What's troubling you?
I have a problem. And this problem is called Celia, which happens to be my sister. Where should I start? You know, I am one of those people who wasn't given everything by fate. Quite the contrary, in fact. When I was a child, the village I grew up in, Foamville, was ambushed by bandits. And both my father and my mother died during the attack.
My condolences.
Thank you, but it's ancient history now. Fact is, my sister and I dealt with this event differently. We managed to flee the attack and make it to Ark, where the guards, of course, threw us into the Undercity. But while I tried to honor my father's heritage by using the little I could from our savings by setting up a business, she preferred to wallow in her misery instead. She got to know the wrong people and has, since then, never done a single bit of honest work. Frankly, she's a dust addict. Day and night she does nothing else but rot in those drinking holes in the Undercity and blows what little money she makes on her drage. Now, of course, she is still my sister, so all of these years I paid her rent so she doesn't have to sleep on the streets. However, things have changed. Recently she started using our father's heritage to pay for her addiction, and I will not accept that.
What do you mean, drug addict?
Of course, you wouldn't know that. Glimmercap dust, the blue bliss, or however you want to call it. It's a drage, a dangerous one. Apparently, it makes you feel as if you're walking the eternal paths. But it also kills you quicker than the sunfire.
So she blows your money on drugs?
Well, technically it's our money. Basically, it was a share our father had in a small business here. He was so proud of it, you wouldn't believe it. Luckily enough, I managed to save that paper from the bandits and turned it in at the bank a few years ago, after I realized how valuable it was. Since then, it has turned into quite a formidable sum. Nothing huge, of course, but enough to save my business from bankruptcy. You understand? In theory, it is our money, but Without me, she would probably have sold it for a bottle of ale, and I won't let her spit on our father's heritage that way.
Why don't you talk to her?
Oh, believe me, I did. Which is why she simply hid the key to our safe in the bank somewhere that I couldn't find it. So, long story short, this is where you come in. I want you to get her to give me that key. How you do it is up to you. But if you succeed, it won't be to your disadvantage.
Okay, I'll help. Where do I find her?
Anywhere there's rats and dust. But she spends most of her time in the False Dog in the Undercity. One of those dumps I told you about. Just come back to me once you've found something.
So Milbert wants Calaris to talk to Celia in the Undercity about the family vault. Let's enter the Undercity and find this Celia.
Down here, there's only one path. And it leads right into the pits.
Please.
Hear me! Right into the pits!
An obulus, my sir. Please. Lord will be doing for your kindness.
Bloody flesh maggots. They are everywhere.
What?
Your brother needs the safe key.
Oh, does he now? Good old Milbert and his silver
Phil
tongue.
needs to pay up.
Now he has found himself a lackey to do his dirty work for him.
Something never changed.
Let's make this short. I'll keep the key. No idea what he told you, but it wasn't the truth. Because if it were, you sure as fuck wouldn't be here.
What is the truth then?
Milbert. I'm sure he told you about the raid on our village, didn't he? Well, there's one thing he didn't tell you. After those fuckers killed our parents and tried to break into our house, he left me behind. Took all the valuables he could carry and just ran away. If I hadn't managed to flee, he wouldn't have shed a fucking tear for me. But since fate was so kind to me, things turned out differently. I made it out alive and walked all the way to Ark, where I thought he was. So, you'd think he was glad to see me when I found him in these tunnels, wouldn't you? Well, you're wrong. He let me sleep in the room he paid for from our parents' money, but made me feel as if it was a privilege. And guess what? That hasn't changed. Until today. Yes, he pays for my room in the barracks, but that's about it.
We have various role-playing dialogue options here. Calaris uses his speechcraft skill and tries to persuade her. If Milbert does not get access to the money, he will have to close his shop and you will have to sleep on the street.
Yes, but... Huh. As much as I hate to say it, you might have a point there. But it's just... Oh, fuck it. Alright, then. I hid the key in one of the barrels close to the entrance to the pit. But it's not like there's much money left anyway. Just... do whatever is necessary. I don't care.
Okay, we have the key's location, let's go.
Bloody rats. Eating the last penny right out your pockets. You're not one of the Relax's mercenaries, are you? Word has it they're hiring again. I'd give them a wide berth if I were you.
Bingo, back to Milbert. Milbert is missing and his cart is covered in his blood. What happened here?
Yes?
Caleris asks the guard but gets no response. He then decides to talk to Celia. However, she is nowhere to be found. The barkeep suggests looking at her home.
Bloody wench thinks she's Vata incarnate.
What the hell? Abortive pus beetle. So Celia was prostituting herself to pay for her glimmer cap dust addiction. What are we looking for? Let's see. A painting of Foamville looks interesting. Have the siblings gone there? Caleris decides to investigate. So the destroyed village of Foamville is here. Caleris decides to take the Myrad.
Walk blessed. Sure. Where to?
At Foamville, Caleris finds Scylla Foxhand obviously intent on murdering her brother Milbert.
No. Now you listen to me. I'm sick of your fucking lies. Sick of you pretending to give a shit about me whenever it's convenient. Sending a sellsword after me. Really, Milbert? How low can you go? How low can you go?
By Malthus, you! Please, you have to help me. She's completely lost her mind. It's the dust. She's not herself.
But you know what? It's too late now. You won't save him. Or maybe you will. But only over my dead body. I have nothing to lose anymore. Not that I ever had much to begin with.
This is madness, Celia. Killing him won't change anything.
Oh, believe me, it will. I'd do it just to see that fucking smile wiped off his face.
Is this about the money?
Fuck the money! I've told you how he treated me since those raiders came for us! Yes, he pays for my room, but do you think he ever came to me in all those years? Or asked me how I was? Fuck it! I'm a goddamn mess, and I know it. But it's his fault because he was never there for me. Not when our parents died. Not when the dust took me. Never! Before he sent you to get the key, he asked me himself. And that was the first time I'd seen him in years. But no. This wasn't about me. This was about his goddamn business and the money Father left for the two of us. He wanted it for himself. Just like he always has.
At this point, we have two options: kill Milbert and save Celia Foxhand, or save Milbert and kill Celia Foxhand. Let's document the first branch of siding with Celia. I'm not going to stop you, but I want some of the money.
Really? Alright, fine. Did you hear that, Milbert? Seems people care as little about you as you care about them. I think that's what you call a little justice.
No, Celia, you can't do that.
Oh, believe me, I can. It's over. For good. Here, I think that should be more than what Milbert would have paid you, by far. Honestly, I don't know what to think of you. Please, just give me some time now, okay? I need it. It's over. For good. It's over.
Celia kills Milbert, and that completes this branch of the quest. Caleris gets 110 Enderalian pennies, and now let's check out the main branch of siding with Milbert. I can't let you do that. Put your weapon down.
Make me.
This results in a combat between Caleris and Celia. Caleris uses illusion magic to mess with her mind, and this enchanted sword finishes the job.
How did this happen? Okay, quick, get me out of here. Thank you. By the name of the sun, the drugs did this to her. This goddamn dust.
Was it true that you never cared for her?
What? No, she rationalizes. Ever since she took her first sniff, she has changed and started to blame me for all her misery. Believe me, my friend, I did try, but the more I wanted to help her, the more she started to push me away. What happened to our family? It broke us both. Only that I managed to get back up again, and she didn't. I guess that's what it adds up to.
So what now?
Good question. I suppose at first you get your reward. Without you, I wouldn't be alive now. Here. You can take this key. It's to another slot in the Beg's treasury. You can take whatever's in there. I owe you this, at least. And while I feel ridiculous to bring that up now, I promised you another book, didn't I? Which one do you want? Fine, here. Now, give me some time, will you? I want to say goodbye properly.
And that completes the main branch of the quest. What seems like a straightforward sibling dispute quickly spirals into a grim tale of addiction, betrayal, and impossible choices. The quest builds tension effectively, and dialogue with Celia offers rich role-playing opportunities and speechcraft checks as you uncover the painful truth. Her glimmer-capped dust addiction has destroyed the family. The quest takes a dark turn when Milbert vanishes, leaving only a blood-stained cart behind. At this stage, I felt there was a bit of hand-holding. The journal explicitly directs the player to investigate Celia's residence. A greater player agency could have been achieved by allowing players to deduce the next step independently. The quest's strength lies in its moral weight. You must choose sides. Siding with Celia nets a quick 110 pennies, but ends in the death of Milbert, while protecting Milbert leads to combat and a more complex resolution. Divide and Conquer stands out as a mature, emotionally charged side quest that showcases Enderal's willingness to explore darker themes. With strong writing, meaningful choices, and no easy answers, it leaves a lasting impression on your mind. To start this quest, we talk to the locksmith, Miogar Ironford, at the Foreign Quarter. Are you alright?
And if I am, what is it to you? Listen, I know you mean well, but not now, please, not now.
Maybe I could help.
Huh, help? Who are you, Lorem Waterblade reincarnated? Aye, maybe you could help me, but I think we both know what that really means. You want money. Everyone wants money. It's all that keeps this bloody world moving. That bastard Gulfer proved it. I shouldn't talk like this to you. But still, please, just let me be. Just go.
Miogar mentioned that a certain golfer has proven that money is all that counts for him in the end. Paris decides to visit Golfer's shop.
No, I just put them.
He finds an Ironford's loot in his inventory and purchases it.
Out for you to look. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
Back to Miogar Ironford.
Is it important?
Monsieur?
Any chance this loot has to do with your anger?
That? By Malthus, where did you get that? You didn't buy it from that cutthroat, did you? Please, let me see it. I need to know it's real.
Sure, it's yours.
Thank you. By the name of the sun, yes, that's hers. And Vera was right. I don't know why you're doing this, but thank you. This really means a lot.
Who is Bella?
What? No, Bella, she was my daughter. She left us one moon's turn and a day ago now.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Flesh maggots, she... A week before we found out, she had met this young man, you know? Oh, you should have seen her. There was so much life in her, so much joy. And then, all of a sudden... No, it just isn't fair.
My condolences.
She was a poet, you know? She could play the lute and sing like no other. And she even taught herself how to write. Vera, my companion, and I, we thought she would one day travel through the lands and become a bard. What am I saying? I'm sure you have better things to do than listen to me grieving. But, in case you want to know how her loot ended up in that bastard's hands, we had debts. And only 3 weeks after Bella left us, a Duneville caravan that carried a year's load of iron for us got robbed. But of course, neither that nor our loss made any difference to that cutthroat Gulfer, and he threatened to get me thrown into jail if I wouldn't pay by the first day of Star Summer Night. Well, I suppose you can connect the dots for yourself. The loot was precious, and we didn't have a choice. But still, it felt like selling a part of her. And until now, we had nothing left of her, save for the casket.
What casket?
Her treasure chest, that's what she called it. She kept her songs and poems in there, and she would never show anything to anyone unless she considered it perfect. You know how poets are. And now she's gone, and only she knows how to open the casket.
Aren't you a locksmith? Can't you open it?
Aye, I should. But the casket was a present I made for her myself, and I made the lock special. It's a complicated mechanism, but simply put, there are 4 bolts that need to be pushed in a certain order, and only then will it open. Of course, I could smash it, but who knows what would happen to her things. If I somehow destroyed them, I would never forgive myself.
There was this inscription on the back of the casket.
Yes, left, right, left, down. But that's not all. The bolts have to be pushed 12 times.
So you have 4 hints and are missing 8 more.
Aye, I'm quite sure she did. Vera and I have ideas as to where, but at the moment I can't afford to spend a single day without work. Look, you were very generous to me. I know it's a lot to ask for, but do you think you could help us find the other hints?
I shall look into this.
Ah, thank you. I'm not asking this lightly, but you seem like a good fellow, and that is rare these days. Bella loved this book of poetry, The Red Ballads, and there was one particular edition she always rented from the Ark Library. I hardly have any coin left to borrow it, but I'm almost sure she left a hint there.
What about the last one?
Aye, there was a place Bella always visited when she had spare time. She worked on her poems there, I think. It's not far from the harbour. Do you have a map? There. If she left another clue, it must have been there. Thank you. I mean it. I will pray for you.
So Bella, the daughter of the locksmith Miogar Ironford, recently died of flesh maggots, and the only thing she left behind was a locked strong box containing her songs and poems. Unfortunately, the box had a special lock which can be opened by operating the bolts in a certain order. So Coloris has 2 locations, the Ark Library and a cave near the harbour. He will visit the library first. Coloris is at the noble's quarter and listens to some poems by Prince Adreyu of Myth.
Strongest will, my soul so small, I fled their calling.
So this is the Ark Library.
Malphus blessings, monsieur. Are you looking for something to read?
And here are the Moonshine Ballads. And Coloris finds a hint on the last page. Let's head to the harbour. Now for a relaxed stroll to the cave.
Greetings!
In a bed, sorry.
Spiders, just great. Coloris hates them. here is the next hint. Our job is done. Let's visit this other chamber of this cave. Back at Ark. I found the clue in the library.
I see. Vera was the one who thought of looking inside that book. I'm glad she did.
I also found the clue inside the cave.
Aye, I thought so. Well, we have all 3 clues now. Come on in, let us try it. Here, that's the casket. Left, right, left. Yes, that sounds good. Yes, it worked! By the righteous path, it worked! Yes, this is just like you, isn't it? This is you. I know I've said this 100 times before, but again, thank you for all this. To read these lines, it's as if she were here. Only for a moment, but still. I promise to compensate you for your efforts. I think I could teach you a thing or two about my craft, about locks. Or maybe I can give you a more general tip. What do you say?
Catalyst chooses to get some lockpicking tips as a reward.
Alright, let me think. The way a lock sounds when you knock at it can be crucial to how it works. The next time you need to open a lock somehow, keep that in mind. It sounds simple, but it is effective. Now, I would appreciate it if you gave me some time alone. I need to talk to Vera. And I need to make sure what's in this casket doesn't get lost. Thank you again. I will never forget what you did for me.
And that completes the quest. The Soul Place is about helping a locksmith to unlock his dead daughter's box filled with her songs and poems. The story becomes a touching journey of remembrance and discovery. The quest sends you across Ark and its surroundings following a trail of poetic clues. Regrettably, the reliance of hand-holding quest markers to locate both clues diminishes player agency. The experience could have been significantly improved by requiring players to actively engage with the world, such as consulting the librarian to track down the relevant manual or manually scouring the cave for the hidden inscription. But the emotional core remained strong throughout. Learning about Bella's death from the flesh maggots and her father's regret adds genuine weight. The Soul Place is a quiet, heartfelt gem among Enderal's side quests. It blends exploration and emotional storytelling without relying on combat or grand stakes. Perfect for players who enjoy a more personal, reflective stories hidden in the world of Wynn. Alright guys, we have come to the end of the video. In the third part, we meet interesting NPCs in the city of Ark. Divide and Conquer was my favorite quest. What did you guys think about the quests we discussed today? Do share your thoughts in the comments and be sure to check out the next video. If you're still here, I appreciate you. Thank you all for watching. May the Divine's Guardian keep you.